everyone. Today we're going to be going through pie charts. So before we get into pie charts, let's have a little understanding about what pie charts actually are. So it's really simple actually. What shape is a pie? Usually, and most of the time, it's usually a circle, right? So we see over here that we have a nice pink circle, which is representing our pie in our pie chart. And what is a chart? Well, a chart is something that represents information in a nice way, okay? So let's say we have 400 children in this whole pie chart. We don't want to draw out 400 children and label what food they like because that's so much information. If we can present it nicely, that's a lot easier and a lot nicer for us to read, right? So that's why we have charts, and a pie chart shows you how much of the total amount of children like what type of food. So this is a pie chart showing what is every child's favorite food in the school, and the school has 400 children. So let's have a look at the choices for the favorite food. There's chocolate, pasta, fruit, rice, and pizza. What's your favorite from here? Take your pick. Now, let's have a look at the question. So there are 400 children in a school. How many children like chocolate? So which one is our chocolate section? Let's see. So it's this one, right? So if we have a look at this chocolate section, the first thing we're going to do whenever we do a pie chart question is we're going to write down the information we have. So in our working out space, we're going to write down the information that's given to us. So in the question, it tells us the total amount of children is 400. So I'm going to write that down. Okay, next step I'm going to do is any other information they give me. Okay, they asked me about chocolate. So what do I know? Do I know anything else about what proportion of children like chocolate? Well, yes, I do, because there's a square sign here. Anytime you see a square sign in a shape in this corner like this, it means it is a right angle. So can you tell me how big is a right angle? Is it 30 degrees, 40 degrees, or 90 degrees? So pause the video here and have a go. Okay, great. So it is 90 degrees. So we know that the proportion of people who like chocolate are 90 degrees. Now, in order to work out the rest and actually work out how many children like chocolate, we need to do 90 degrees. We need to, let me get my pen actually, divide it by my total, which is 360 degrees. Now, why is my total 360 degrees in terms of angles? Because it is a circle, right? So what's the total degree in a circle? It's 360 degrees. So we have 90 degrees over 360 degrees, over the total of 360, and then we're going to times it by 400 to work out the answer. Okay, so this is always the method. You put the angle you have over the total angle there is, and then you times it by the total number of children you have. So have a go at working this out. I'll give you a little bit of time now. You can also pause the video and recheck your answer. So have a go at working that out. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to pause the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a different color to go through the working now. So this is how you do it, and hopefully how you've done it. So you've got the 0, 0, so above and below in my fraction, so I can cross them out. And then I can simplify this fraction down even more. So 9 and 36, they're both in the 9 times table. So what's 9 divided by 9? 1. What's 36 divided by 9? 4. So we've got 1/4, and we need to times it by 400. So what's 1/4 of 400? So that is 100. That means 100 children like chocolate. Okay, so if you didn't understand how we did if you didn't know if that 1/4 of 400 is 100, then all you have to do is do 400 divide by 4, because we always divide by the denominator, and the denominator here is 4. So 400 divided by 4 is 100. So I know that 100 children like chocolate. Okay, that's great. So it's great if you got the answer. If you didn't, then maybe rewind the video and have a look at how we did it. And if you did, that's great. So we can move on to the next bit. So now we see that we did an angle into a number. We made our 90 degrees into the number of children who like chocolate. So this is one type of problem that can come up. Another type of problem that they can ask you is they can ask you to say, okay, 30% of children in this school like rice. What number of children actually like rice? Okay, so you might have to convert the percentage into a number in the pie chart, or you might have to understand what fraction converts to what number of children or people. So we're going to go through really simple formulas for each of them. And these formulas, so like this is quite an easy question, but these formulas you can apply to any question. So no matter, even if the number is 1 million or 1,300, 400, whatever it is, you can apply this formula to any of those numbers. So that's why this is really important. So I'd recommend you to get your maths book out, write the title pie charts, and write these formulas down as we go through them, okay? So let's look at percentage to numbers first. Okay, so let's say we want to work out how many children actually like chocolate, actually like rice, because they give us 30% of children like rice, yeah? So what we would do is we'd do 30%, 30, and how do we write percent? Out of 100. So percent always means out of 100. So you do 30 out of 100, and then you would times it by the total. So what's my total amount of children? 400. Okay, so 30 out of 100 times 400, and you'd get your answer. So if we have a look at how we actually did that and why we got that answer, all you do is you write your percent, whatever your number is, so x, out of 100, and then you times it by your total. So the total number of children you have. Okay. Then let's have a look at the angles. So if you have a look at, let's say we just did an angle one, but we'll do it again. Let's have a look at the pizza. So the pizza also has that square sign here, which means what? It means that the angle is 90 degrees. So we do 90, and then we have to do it out of 360, because that's my total angle, times by my total number of children. So that's the formula for angle. You do your x, whatever your angle is you're interested in. So remember, x is nothing complicated, it's just the angle that you're interested in. So for example, for pizza, the angle we're interested in is 90. If it was fruit and the angle was, I don't know, 25 maybe, then it would be 25. Okay, I just made 25 up, so don't worry. I was just telling you, if the angle here was 25, then we'd do 25 over 360. Okay, so x just means look at the chosen section that you're looking at and write down that angle. Over 360, it's always 360 for a pie chart because it is a circle, and a full circle has a total angle of 360. Then I'm going to times it by my total number. Okay, now let's have a look at fractions. And fractions is really nice and really easy because you don't even have to put it over anything. You just write your fraction and then times it by the total. So for example, let's have a look at pasta here. It says 5 over 100 is the fraction of children who like pasta. So how am I going to work out the number of children who like pasta? I'm going to do 5. So let's follow this formula. So fraction times total. What's my fraction of people that like pasta? 5 out of 100. And then times it by my total number of children, 400. And then the answer to that would be my answer. Okay, so now I want you to take a moment to just look at these equations that you've written down, or if you haven't written them down already, write them down into your maths book, and if you have any questions at all, put them in the comment section below.